Our top focus as of now, Turkey on Tuesday has said that its restoration of full diplomatic relations with Israel would not weaken Ankara's support for Palestine. President Erdogan's remarks came as he met with Palestinian President Abbas on Tuesday. Listen in.
These steps taken in our relations with Israel will in no way diminish our support for the Palestinian cause. On the contrary, our Palestinian brothers also expressed that these steps will contribute to the solution of the Palestinian issue and the improvement of the situation of the Palestinian people.
Filistinli kardeşlerimiz de ifade ediyorlar.
The Palestinian leader met President Erdogan for talks and a private dinner in what was his second visit to Turkey in a year. The talks came just a week after Turkey and Israel announced that they would reappoint ambassadors for the first time in 4 years after years of rocky relations. Erdogan has remained a supporter of the Palestinian cause and in a joint news conference said that Ankara continues its long-standing solidarity with Palestine in the strongest way. He also said that Turkiye, which has recognized the Palestinian state from the moment it was proclaimed, defends the vision of a two-state solution on every platform. The Palestinian leader, meanwhile, did not mention Turkish-Israeli relations, but thanked Erdogan for his past support. His visit is being seen as an attempt by Turkiye to show that it stood by old allies even as it repairs relations with more recent rivals. Turkiye is keen to gradually mend fences in its neighborhood as it seeks new deals and investment to help recover from its ongoing economic crisis. And for more details, our correspondent Jody Cohen is joining us live now from Granada. Thanks so much for joining us, Jody. Now, Turkey says its restoration of full diplomatic relations with Israel would not weaken Ankara's support for Palestine. How will it strike a balance, however?
So I think it's very keen to do just that. Palestinian Authority President Abbas was greeted by Turkish President Erdogan.
Right, we have some technical difficulties. We'll try and get our correspondent Jody Cohen back on this broadcast as soon as possible. For now, our top focus as of now is a Turkey's statement from Tuesday which said that its restoration of full diplomatic relations with Israel would not weaken Ankara's support for Palestine. And President Erdogan's remarks came as he met with the Palestinian President Abbas on Tuesday, of course. The Palestinian leader met President Erdogan for talks and a private dinner in what is his second visit to Turkey in a year. Now, we've got our correspondent Jody Cohen back on the broadcast with us. Jody, I'll repeat my question for you. Now, as we were discussing, Turkey says that its restoration of full diplomatic relations with Israel would not weaken Ankara's support for Palestine. But the big question is, will it be able to strike a balance?
Absolutely. So this second visit, as you said, by PA President Abbas to Turkey is coming 1 week after fully restoring ties with Israel. And Israeli Prime Minister Lapid talked of this rapprochement between Israel and Turkey as being an important asset for regional stability. In the meantime, the meeting between Abbas and Erdogan is being seen as an attempt to reassure the Palestinian Authority President of Turkey's support for the Palestinian people and the state. He talked about the Palestinian people being his brothers, and he said that he'll use Turkey's renewed ties with Israel to advocate for the Palestinians. So Turkey seems to be following a policy of relations with both Israel and the Palestinian Authority. You'll remember recently that Turkey and Israel cooperated closely on the security front when Israeli tourists were being threatened by Iran in Istanbul. But you'll also remember that Turkey hosts Hamas in Istanbul. So it's clear that Turkey is wanting to keep relations with all parties, with Israel, with the Palestinian Authority, and indeed with Hamas as well.
Right, Jody, thank you so much for all those inputs and thanks for joining us on WION World is One at this hour. WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.